The room around you begins to shift, not physically but spiritually, as if reality itself is adjusting its focus to accommodate a conversation that transcends the boundaries of the material world. The walls that seemed so solid moments ago become translucent veils, revealing the vast expanse of eternity that stretches beyond human comprehension. The furniture fades into background shadows, and even the air seems to hold its breath, waiting for what is about to unfold. My child, if you close this message now, if you silence this voice that has traveled through the corridors of forever to reach you in this precise moment, you will silence something within yourself that may never speak again. This is not merely another message floating in the digital ocean of content. This is not just another voice calling out in the electronic wilderness of modern communication. This is the voice that spoke galaxies into existence, the same voice that whispered your name into being before the foundation of the world. Now speaking directly into the secret chambers of your heart. Listen closely, because what you are experiencing right now is supernatural. The circumstances that led you to this moment, the curiosity that compelled you to stay, the inexplicable pull you feel in your spirit. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. This is the intersection of time and eternity occurring in the ordinary space of your everyday life. You live in a world that screams for your attention every waking moment, doesn't it? Your phone pulses with notifications like a mechanical heartbeat, each ping carefully engineered to steal another fragment of your focus, another piece of your peace. Your television broadcasts 1,000 stories, none of them yours, all of them designed to make you feel inadequate about the story you are actually living. Your mind spins like a washing machine trapped in an endless cycle, churning through thoughts of yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's anxieties. The noise is deafening, isn't it? Social media feeds scroll past like a river of other people's highlight reels, making you question why you're behind. The scene's footage doesn't match their carefully curated performances. News cycles spin tales of doom and division, feeding the fear that lurks in the corners of your consciousness. Entertainment streams endlessly, promising escape, but delivering only deeper emptiness. The modern world has become a symphony of distraction, and you have been dancing to its chaotic rhythm for so long that you have forgotten the sound of silence. But in this moment, in this sacred pause between one breath and the next, I am calling you to stillness. I am inviting you to step out of the noise and into the quiet place where my voice can be heard clearly. Can you feel it happening? The gradual settling of your spirit, the slow release of tension you didn't even realize you were carrying. Beneath the surface noise of your world, beneath the constant chatter of your anxious thoughts, there is a sound like distant thunder, like the ocean's eternal conversation with the shore. That is the sound of my voice. The voice that has never stopped calling your name since the moment I first imagined you into existence. It is the voice that sang over you while you were being formed in the secret place. The voice that has been whispering your destiny even when you could not hear it. I have been watching you, my child. I have seen you wake in the morning and immediately reach for your phone, filling your mind with the opinions of strangers before you have even acknowledged my presence. I have watched you scroll through endless feeds of information that neither nourishes your soul nor advances your purpose. I have seen you search for meaning in the hollow halls of social media, looking for validation from people who do not know the depths of your struggles or the heights of your potential. You think my silence means I approve of this distance between us. You interpret my patience as indifference, my long suffering as absence. But I have never been silent. I have been speaking to you in every sunrise you rushed past without noticing, painting the sky in colors that have never been repeated and will never be seen again. I have been whispering to you in every moment of unexpected kindness from a stranger, every door that opened just when you needed it most, every breath that filled your lungs when anxiety tried to steal your air. I have been shouting to you in every narrow escape you attributed to luck, every provision you called coincidence, every protection you never even realized you needed. But you have become fluent in the language of distraction. You have trained your ears to hear everything except the voice that matters most. You have learned to live at such a frantic pace that stillness feels like death, when in truth, stillness is where life begins. Let me paint you a picture of what I see when I look at your life. I see a beautiful soul running through a maze of its own making, desperately seeking the exit. not realizing that I am standing at the center waiting with open arms. I see a heart that was designed to be a cathedral, spacious and filled with light. But it has become a storage unit, crammed with the debris of unprocessed pain, unforgiven mistakes, and unlived dreams. You carry guilt like a heavy coat in summer, unnecessarily weighing yourself down when I have already provided the means for you to lay it aside. You wear shame like makeup, trying to cover what you think makes you unlovable, not understanding that I fell in love with you precisely in your most broken moments. You clutch your fears like security blankets, afraid that letting them go will leave you vulnerable, not knowing that I am your ultimate protection, your fortress, your hiding place in times of trouble. My child, you are living as if you are an orphan when you are royalty. You are begging for scraps when you are heir to everything I own. You are whispering when I have given you a voice that can move mountains, part seas, and call dead things back to life. You are hiding when I have called you to shine like a star in the darkness of this generation. But here is what troubles my heart most deeply, what keeps me reaching out to you with such urgent love. Time is not infinite for you. The hourglass of your earthly existence contains a finite number of grains of sand, and each one that falls is precious beyond measure. The number of your days is written in my book, and only I know where that story reaches its earthly conclusion. You live as if you have endless tomorrows to make things right, endless opportunities to return to me, endless chances to live the life I designed specifically for you. But tomorrow is not a promise I have made to you. Tomorrow is not guaranteed in any contract between us. Tomorrow is not yours to claim with certainty. It is a gift I may choose to give, but it is not a right you can demand. Each moment you delay is a moment that will never return to you. Each day you choose the counterfeit over the authentic is a day stolen from the abundant life I long to lavish upon you. Each night you lay your head down without acknowledging my presence is a night that joins the growing collection of missed opportunities for intimacy with the one who loves you most. Do not mistake my restraint for weakness. Do not confuse my patience with permission to continue in patterns that destroy your soul. I am not a grandfather figure smiling benignly while you make choices that lead to destruction. I am not a cosmic vending machine dispensing blessings regardless of your heart's condition. I am holy fire contained in mercy for this moment, but fire nonetheless. I am the ocean gentle with children playing in its shallows, but possessing depths that can swallow the largest ships when my boundaries are crossed. There will come a day when the door closes, not because I stop loving you, not because I grow tired of waiting, but because love itself demands that choice of consequences. Free will is not a game I play with you for my entertainment. It is the most serious gift I have ever given to any created being. With it comes the awesome power to choose light or darkness, life or death, truth or lies, hope or despair, and I will honor your choice even when it breaks my heart into a million pieces. You have grown so sophisticated in your rebellion that you call it independence. You have become so educated in your excuses that you call them reasons. You have become so comfortable in your distance from me that you call it spiritual maturity. But I see through the terminology to the truth beneath. I see a soul that was created for connection but has chosen isolation. I see a heart that was designed for worship but has turned to idolatry. I see a mind that was crafted for truth but has embraced deception. I have sent you warnings wrapped in gentle mercies, haven't I? I have whispered your name in the sleepless hours of the night when insomnia held you hostage, offering my peace in exchange for your restless thoughts. I have provided for you in ways you attributed to your own cleverness or random chance, hoping you would recognize my hand in your provision. I have protected you from dangers you never even knew existed, hoping you would sense my watchful care surrounding you like an invisible fortress. The addiction that seems stronger than your willpower, I have been the one limiting its power over you, preventing it from completely destroying you. The relationship that ended just before it became toxic, I was the one who orchestrated that protection. The job you didn't get that you thought you wanted, I was saving you from a path that would have led to misery. The accident that almost happened but didn't. I was your invisible shield, but you have grown deaf to my subtle language, haven't you? You have learned to explain away my miracles with logic, to dismiss my interventions as random chance or natural consequence. You have become so sophisticated in your thinking that you have reasoned yourself out of relationship with the one who gave you the capacity to reason in the first place. Pride, my child. It all comes back to pride, not the healthy confidence I want you to have in your identity as my beloved, but the toxic pride that whispers you don't need what you cannot survive without. Pride is not just confidence taken too far. Pride is the delusion that you can navigate the complexities of existence without my guidance. Pride is the belief that your understanding, however intelligent and well-informed, is sufficient for the mysteries you face daily. Pride is the assumption that success comes from your effort alone, that failure is purely your fault, that you are simultaneously more powerful and more worthless than you actually are. Pride was the first sin, and it remains the deadliest because it is so difficult to detect in oneself. It doesn't announce itself with fanfare. It creeps in slowly, convincing you that you are simply being strong, independent, self-reliant. It makes you thirsty while standing next to a river of living water. It makes you hungry while sitting at a banquet table loaded with every good thing. It makes you lonely while ignoring the one who never leaves your side, who knows every thought before you think it, who loves you with a love that will never diminish or disappear. The world you trust is dying, my child. Can you not see it? The systems you depend on are crumbling like ancient walls hit by an earthquake. The voices you follow on social media, in academia, in entertainment, in politics, they are leading you in circles, promising destinations they have never reached themselves. The pleasures you chase leave you emptier than before you pursued them, like drinking salt water to quench your thirst. The achievements you work so hard to attain become meaningless the moment you grasp them, like trying to hold fog in your hands. Nothing in this temporary realm can satisfy the eternal longing I placed in your soul when I made you. You were created with a God-shaped hole in your heart, and you have been trying to fill it with everything except me. You have tried career success, romantic relationships, material possessions, travel experiences, social media followers, academic achievements, physical fitness, even religious activities. But none of these things, good as they may be in their proper place, can fill the space that was designed specifically for me. You think you know what will make you happy, but happiness is not even what you are truly seeking. You are seeking joy, and joy comes only from me. You think you know what will make you feel secure, but security is not what your spirit craves. You are craving the unshakable peace that comes from knowing you are loved unconditionally by the one who holds the universe in his hands. But now, my beloved child, I want to shift the tone of our conversation. I want to speak to you not as the judge you fear I might be, but as the father I have always been. Let me tell you what I see when I look at you, not through the lens of your failures and shortcomings, but through the eyes of my limitless, unconditional love. You have been running so hard, carrying so much, striving so desperately to prove your worth to a world that keeps moving the goalposts. But what if I told you that your worth was established before you drew your first breath? What if I told you that nothing you have done, and nothing you could ever do, could change how I feel about you? What if I told you that my love for you is not performance-based, not conditional on your behavior, not dependent on your achievements or your failures? Pause for a moment. Feel your heart beating in your chest. That rhythm is not random or merely biological. It is the drumbeat of my love for you, steady and constant, marking time until the moment you come home to me. Feel your lungs filling with air. That breath is my gift to you, renewed moment by moment. A sign that I am not finished with your story, that there are still chapters to be written, dreams to be fulfilled, purposes to be accomplished. Look around you wherever you are right now. Every color you can see is a letter in the love letter I write to you each day. Every texture you can touch is a reminder that I made you to experience beauty, not just observe it from a distance. Every sound you can hear is part of the symphony I compose continuously, with your life as one of the most beautiful melodies ever written. I know you think you have wasted too much time. I know you believe you have made too many mistakes to be useful to me now. I know you feel like you have wandered too far from home to find your way back. But what if I told you that every detour you have taken has taught you something you needed to learn? What if I told you that every mistake you regret is compost for the garden I am growing in your soul? What if I told you that you have never actually been lost, only on a longer path home that has given you stories to tell and wisdom to share? I know the secret fears you carry in the locked rooms of your heart. I know about the shame that whispers lies about your value when you are alone with your thoughts. I know about the anxiety that steals your sleep and makes your chest tight with worry about futures that may never come to pass. I know about the depression that dulls your joy and makes even simple tasks feel like climbing mountains. I know about the addiction that feels stronger than your willpower and the habits that seem impossible to break, despite your best efforts. I know about the relationships that have wounded you so deeply that you sometimes wonder if you will ever trust again. I know about the dreams that seem impossibly distant, the goals that feel too big for someone like you, the calling that whispers to you in quiet moments but seems too good to be true. I know about the financial pressures that keep you awake at night, the health concerns that make you afraid, the family situations that break your heart. But here is what you do not know, what I want to reveal to you in this sacred moment. You do not know how close you are to breakthrough in areas where you have been struggling for years. You do not know how many times I have intervened to prevent your destruction when you were heading toward disaster. You do not know how many prayers I have answered in ways you did not recognize as answers. You do not know how many times I have held you while you cried, invisible but present, weeping with you in your pain because what hurts you hurts me. You are not the sum of your mistakes. You are not defined by your worst moments. You are not condemned to repeat the patterns that have trapped you in cycles of defeat and disappointment. You are not too old to start over, too damaged to be made whole, too far gone to be redeemed, or too late to fulfill your purpose. You are exactly where you need to be to encounter me in a new way, to discover dimensions of my love you have never experienced before. The power to change is not something you have to manufacture through willpower alone. It is something I have already placed within you, dormant perhaps, but ready to be awakened by my spirit. The strength you need for the battles you face is not something you have to develop through your own effort. It is something I supply fresh each morning, like manna in the wilderness, perfectly suited for whatever challenges this day will bring. The peace you crave is not something you have to earn through perfect behavior or spiritual performance. It is something I give freely to all who come to me with open hands and honest hearts. Your mind, my child, is the battlefield where your future is determined. Every thought you think is either building the life you want or destroying it. Every word you speak to yourself in the privacy of your own head is either blessing your destiny or cursing it. Every belief you hold about yourself, about me, about your circumstances, is either opening doors of possibility or closing them with locks you don't even realize you have created. I want to teach you how to think like I think. I want to show you how to see yourself through my eyes instead of through the distorted lens of past hurts and present circumstances. I want to help you understand that the negative voices in your head are not telling you the truth about who you are or what is possible for your life. When anxiety floods your mind like a tsunami, threatening to drown you and worry about things you cannot control, remember that I am the peace that surpasses understanding. When depression wraps around you like a heavy blanket, making everything feel gray and meaningless, remember that I am the joy of your salvation, the light that shines in the darkness. When fear whispers that you are alone and unprotected in a dangerous world, remember that I am your refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Your thoughts are seeds, my child. Every worry you plant and water with your attention grows into more things to worry about. Every complaint you nurture with repetition produces more reasons to complain. Every bitter thought you allow to take root springs up as poisonous fruit in your relationships and circumstances. Every negative expectation you rehearse in your mind increases the likelihood that it will manifest in your experience. But hope is also a seed. Faith is also a seed. Gratitude is also a seed. Love is also a seed. When you plant these in the garden of your mind, when you water them with my word and warm them with my presence, they grow into a harvest of blessings that transform not just your inner world, but your outer circumstances as well. I am not asking you to deny reality or pretend that difficult things are not actually difficult. I am not asking you to put on a fake smile and pretend everything is fine when it clearly is not. I am asking you to remember that I am more real than any problem you face. I am asking you to trust that my power is greater than any obstacle in your path. I am asking you to believe that my love for you is stronger than any force that seeks to destroy you. The transformation I want to bring to your life cannot happen while you are holding tightly to control. It cannot happen while you are trusting in your own strength and wisdom. It cannot happen while you are trying to be good enough to earn my love. It happens when you come to the end of yourself and discover that your ending is actually my beginning. It happens when you surrender control and discover that letting go is not losing but winning. Surrender is not defeat, my child. Surrender is the doorway to victory. Surrender is not giving up on your dreams. Surrender is giving your dreams to me so I can make them bigger and better than you ever imagined. Surrender is not losing yourself. Surrender is finding yourself in the heart of the one who made you for a specific purpose that only you can fulfill. This moment right now, as these words wash over your weary soul like healing water, is not an accident. This is a divine appointment orchestrated by my love for you. The circumstances that led you to this place, the curiosity that made you listen, the longing in your heart for something more than what you have been experiencing. All of this is my invitation to you. I am extending my hand to you right now, not the hand of judgment that you fear, but the hand of love that you need, not the hand that condemns your past, but the hand that creates your future, not the hand that pushes away, but the hand that draws near and refuses to let go. Will you take it? Will you trust me with your broken dreams and your perfect plans? Will you trust me with your deepest fears and your greatest hopes? Will you trust me with your past that cannot be changed and your future that is yet unwritten? Will you trust me with your pain and your joy, your questions and your certainty, your strength and your weakness? I am not asking for your perfection because I know you don't have it to give. I am asking for your presence, your attention, your heart turned toward me. I am not demanding your performance because I know you are tired of trying to earn love. I am requesting your trust, your willingness to let me love you as you are while I transform you into who you were meant to be. I am not requiring your strength because I know you feel weak. I am offering you mine, unlimited and unending. The door is open. The invitation is extended. The table is set. Your name is written in my book of life in ink that will never fade. And your place at my table is reserved with a love that will never diminish. The only question that remains is whether you will come, whether you will accept what I am offering, whether you will say yes to the love that has been pursuing you since before you were born. Come as you are, not as you think you should be. Come with your questions, your doubts, your fears, your failures. Come with your broken heart and your wounded spirit. Come with your confusion and your chaos. Come with your need and your emptiness and your desperate longing for something real. I have enough love to fill every void in your soul. I have enough grace to cover every sin you have ever committed or ever will commit. I have enough power to heal every wound that life has inflicted on you. I have enough wisdom to answer every question that troubles your mind. I have enough strength to carry every burden that weighs you down. But you must come. You must choose. You must decide. You must act. You must respond to this love that will not leave you alone. This voice that will not stop calling your name, this heart that will not stop beating for you. This is your moment, this is your choice, this is your chance. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready or worthy or strong enough now. In this breath, in this heartbeat, in this sacred intersection of time and eternity where my love meets your need. I am here, I am waiting, I am ready, my arms are open. My heart is full of love for you. My plans for your life are good. The question that echoes through eternity is simple but profound. Are you ready to come home?